Sean from the Pompey Games Room. Thanks for checking out this video. This is real impromptu. I came home from work today, and before I head off out to football tonight, I thought my video game collection has really shrunk over the past few years since I started on the collection of all these Megadrive games, which I'd also like to add, Blue Tonic 78, FIFA 95 is now in its correct position. So, thought you would like that. Anyway, I digress. Right, so basically I'm in a position probably unlike most YouTubers in that I only really collect for one system and I don't buy a hell of a lot of other stuff gaming related. So to show you all my games I actually own apart from the Megadrive isn't going to take me that long in theory. So I thought basically I would go through the systems I've got. Now when I first started YouTube I had an absolute load of systems. I think I counted it up. I had in excess, this is just systems, I had about 14, 15 systems. I've now whittled that down to, I'd say about 7, so just over half. But anyway, so I'm just going to quickly go through and show you what I've got. I'm going to try and go through generation wise, apart from the Megadrive, which to be fair you can track on my website and all my pickup videos that I've made on my channel pretty much. So anyway, I'm going to start off with some Snes games. Now, I actually sold off a stack load of Snes games about 6 months ago because my girlfriend gave me her Snes games and I had so many duplicates, but I didn't want to sell, I wanted to sell mine, I wanted to keep hers. We've been together for nearly 10 years now, so it's a long-term relationship. But anyway, so my girlfriend gave me most of these games, to be honest, and there's some real classics, and to be fair, I've played them, we've cleaned them and put them away since then. So anyway, first game is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Awesome game back in the day, and it's actually the console bundle I've got, which I bought off of eBay originally. So this is actually one of my games, probably the only one that actually survives now. Next one of the classics on the system, Donkey Kong Country. Awesome game, really want to try out some of the later incarnations of this game. Mario is missing. I've never ever played this game, never played it at all, but it looks interesting. 1993 release. From what I've read up on it, it's I think it's a puzzle game, but I've never really played it, and to be honest, it's one of those games that sort of goes for about £8 and £10 on eBay, so probably would never have played it anyway. So, next game, Super Mario World. Awesome game. Who hasn't played Super Mario? So the next game is Aladdin. So this is actually my girlfriend's, well, one of her favourite games of all time. Awesome game. I've never ever played it on the Snes as well, so it'd be interesting one day to try it out. Next game is Super Mario All-Stars. Again, who hasn't heard of Mario? Anyway, that sums up Snes. Like I said, I haven't got a huge amount of Snes games, or any games on any system really. Let's go for Sega Saturn. Now, Sega Saturn was actually a console that I had a massive col on a little while ago. I had excess of about 15 to 20 games. I've whittled it down because it's a console that I may decide to maybe one day full set, but I probably never will. Famous last words. You watch in 3 or 4 years, I'll be putting up regular pickup videos for Sega Saturn, which to be fair, I'm probably going to end up doing. So, anyway, first game is Sega Rally, fully boxed, awesome game, generic as hell. You can pick this up on eBay for pence. So the next game is a game that I actually considered doing a review of before the Olympics. So, but I just never got around to it. I've got so many videos that are on my mind at the moment. I'm never going to get a chance to. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to show it here. Is Athlete Kings. Brilliant game, great comedic value. If you've never played Athlete Kings, definitely search it out. One of my all-time favourite games, and one that I've got just so many happy memories of as a kid. Playing it around my friend Adam Pearce's house. We've just had such great fun on this game. Absolutely awesome, and I was so happy when I got this into collection. Next one I've never played actually, but it's the same Athlete Kings sort of game, and it's unfortunately it's just disc and manual only, but it's Winter Heat. Now I believe obviously this is Winter Olympics version of Athlete Kings. Never tried it, but it's all the same guys involved. Just looking at the manual here, it looks like skiing. It looks basically like a Winter Olympics that you find on a Megadrive. So ski jumping, probably bobsleighing there, ice skating, things like that. So I'll give that a go one day. Next game, awesome. One of my all-time favourite gaming series, and that is Earthworm Jim 2. Awesome game, and this is quite pricey on eBay. I mean, I think I got this on Gumtree, and it was just in a bundle of generic games. They just wanted to sell them all as one. So anyway, Earthworm Jim 2, awesome game, absolutely awesome game. Another generic game, FIFA 96, one of my all-time favourite games for a Megadrive. Doesn't port over that well to the Saturn, to be honest. So that's the Saturn and Snes. Like I said, to be honest, I haven't got a huge amount of games for either system now, so it's pretty easy to do this video, if I'm being honest. So the next one, where should we go now? Let's go for a PlayStation. We've got a few more PlayStation games, not a lot by any one stretch of imagination. Now, a lot of this PlayStation bundle is going to be sort of nostalgic stuff for myself. Obviously, growing up in a family with two brothers, there's going to be a lot of sports titles in there. We played a lot of sports games growing up. We're a very, very active, sporty family. So, first game is Premier Manager 98, the first ever Premier Manager game I played, apart from the Megadrive one, sorry. But yeah, I mean, this was sort of incorporated goals that you could watch, you know, your team scored, you could set things up. It was, you know, proper tactics. It was all 3D engines, and you could offer houses and cars to persuade players to sign for you. And yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this game. I remember holidays in Dorset, wet holidays in Dorset, in caravans and tents. Me and my little brother Ed would always take our TV and the PlayStation, hook it up in a tent. No one would be any the wiser with that little extension lead coming out of the window. So, of a caravan lighting up a TV and also the games console in a tent. But awesome memories there, and we used to have great fun. We used to play on that game for hours. One of my all-time favourites. That next one, generic game, Theme Park. Awesome game. I found this in a charity shop a few months ago actually for 50p. So I'm going to pick it up all day long. Next one, never ever played it, and it's I don't even know the name of it, to be honest. Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. One of those games that obviously probably an early PlayStation game where they had to sort of put a 3D element in the title. But obviously you can see I picked this up from GameStation along with the next few games that I'm going to show you. To be honest, it looks pretty decent. It looks about the same as the actual NHL games at the time, so I'll give that a go one day for sure. Next one is South Park Rally. Awesome game. I remember paying full whack for this on the day it came out. I was working at Alders in Portsmouth at the time, and I remember going to get this, and man, I just absolutely loved this game. I mean, you know, you could rate this as Terrence and Phillip and people like that, Big Gay Al, and all the theme tracks. Brilliant. I mean, absolutely brilliant game. To throw it back on, I will have to do a review of this game. It's absolutely awesome. Next one's my all-time favourite racing driver and sort of my hero when I was growing up. I may as well show them together. Bought in GameStation again. The Ayrton Senna games, the dual kart games, dual karting games. Yeah, basically these were both released after it and sadly died in 1994. So yeah, I mean, it might say it's a bit morbid releasing a game, but to be fair, they still did it with Colin McRae Rally. So I mean, you know, two Ayrton Senna kart racing games there, and these are actually the subject of my third video for First Thoughts. I don't know if I'm going to do them both in the same video, but they'll be there or thereabouts anyway. Next one, a classic, and a game that was nostalgic as hell in my household, you know, massive memories of this game, and that is, ooh, broken, Tekken 3, awesome game. I mean, to be fair though, I played it a few months ago with my girlfriend, and she absolutely handed my ass to me every single time, by just doing simple kick punch buttons, so, you know, how good I was at it has not sort of transferred down the line time-wise, unfortunately. So Tekken there. Next one, Gran Turismo 2, awesome game. I'm saying awesome game quite a lot at the moment, but to be fair, they're in my collection and I'm not collecting for a system. They're games that I've played or I've got massive memories of. So Gran Turismo 2, many happy hours spent on this game when I was younger. And again, a game that I can remember buying in Virgin back in the day. Virgin Megastores in Portsmouth, I remember buying this on a lunch break whilst working at Alders. Next game, classic, Metal Gear Solid. And a game I've never actually played, believe it or not. But I've got it fully boxed in amazing condition here. I've even got the demo disc for Silent Hill at the front. It's a game that I've bought in order to play down the line. My older brother loved this game so much, but I never really got into it, to be honest. But it's right up my street nowadays. I mean, I do like these sort of games where there's a lot of strategy involved. So anyway, last game is by my all-time favourite football game on the PlayStation 1, and that is Ronaldo v Football. It's one of my most viewed videos on my channel, this game, and it was one of the very early reviews I did when we were actually snowed in and I couldn't get out of my house. So, well, I couldn't get out of the street, put it that way. But awesome game. If you haven't checked out Ronaldo v Football, it's one of those games that you wouldn't really know of unless you're a real football fan, you know, that's played a lot of the FIFA games and the Pro Evo games. You would possibly know of this, but if you're, you know, it's one of those games that you can pick up usually for under £5 on eBay, but it's a brilliant buy, and if you love the Pro Evo sort of games, this game is right up your street. And definitely check out my review further down the video boxes, and you'll see what I mean. Awesome. So anyway guys, next system is my pride and joy from years ago now. I mean, it's my PSP, and I absolutely love my PSP. And I'm actually just going to slot in a video that I filmed about a month, 2 months ago. I film so many things for my channel, but very rarely put everything up. So I'll just intersperse this here, and you can see what I've got.
Hello YouTube, this is Sean from the Pompey Games Room. Thanks for checking out this latest video where we're going to be taking a look at my Sony PSP. So this is something I've never really covered before on my channel, and basically it's because I haven't had it in my collection the past sort of year and a half. I lent this to one of my best mates who works nights on the roads and stuff. He sort of repairs all the roads whenever there's accidents and things like that. Yeah, this came pretty handy for him, and he's a big fan of like Football Manager and stuff. So this thing came in, you know, absolutely brilliant there for him when he was out on late nights and nothing to do. So, but yeah, I finally got it back the other day, and if I'm being honest with you, I completely forgot I had it. I was really shocked when I saw all the stuff he brought down to give back to me, because I never realised I had these games that I'd lent him. So I do actually have some more games, but I can't actually find them. So when I do find them, I'll do an updated video, because this is a console I've actually got a lot of time for. So anyway, just move this aside here, and you can see the games that I've actually got for it. So first of all, we have one of the best games on the system, I think, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. That's fully boxed with a map and things. Next game, like I said, I'm big into sort of management games, and you only have to see my hockey video a couple of videos ago. This one I believe is fully boxed, yep. Sims 2 Pets, this was actually really for my girlfriend to play. She didn't play it an awful lot, she actually prefers the PC game, but anyway, still pretty good, not too bad. Another management game, Football Manager 2010, breeze over that, it's the same sort of thing inside. Now this game is pretty good. Yeah, any ice hockey fans out there, Gretzky Hockey. And basically, it's fully boxed here. The idea is it's much like an NHL game. There's not many NHL sort of themed games on this console. There is an actual NHL 2007, I believe, which plays pretty good. I've actually got that somewhere as well, but I'll try and dig that out. Basically, you play off here, you've got all the vintage teams, and obviously Wayne Gretzky is the best player on the game. Yeah, basically, you play against some of the legendary teams, and you can purchase all the legendary players on the game. Very addictive game, and very cheap. You can pick this up on eBay for not a lot of money at all. Football Manager 2008, by far my favourite game on the actual, that management game, sorry, on the actual console. Very, very detailed and runs very well. So yeah, Football Manager 2008. So that was something that he actually really liked as well, my mate. So also got a Crustle case for it, which is pretty good. I had one of these Crustle cases for my phone at the time as well, so I was pretty keyed up on the actual stuff that they'd done, and it's very hard wearing, very good. I mean, this has probably been sat in a gritting truck for a couple of weeks, so you know, not a scratch on the console. So I got this for my birthday a few years ago, well, a few years ago, when this was actually a current pack. The actual pack I got was a value pack. It's in pretty good condition still. It's got all the stuff in there, the actual charger's plugged into the wall, so it's been charged up and used quite heavily over this weekend. I've still got the strap that you can put on the side of the actual console itself, still in its bag. I've got the headphones there, I've still got some instruction manuals and bits and bobs in the bottom of the box. And like I said guys, I've got a lot of time for this console. So anyway guys, this is the actual PSP unit. People have asked me already if I would actually go onto a PS Vita, and to be honest, I'm not really decided yet. This is an awesome console, and to be fair, the games it's actually got on it, I'm more than happy with. I absolutely love this this console. The story is, I mean, I got it for my birthday probably in about 2005, 2006. I don't even know if this console's out there actually. Might be a bit early for it. But literally the first year this was out, I remember getting this for my girlfriend actually, and it was absolutely awesome. I mean, I remember getting this for my birthday, and I couldn't believe how lucky I was, because it was a value pack, like I said. I had a few top games with it at the time, and it just signified everything that, you know, was great about gaming for me at the time, because I was heavily into Grand Theft Auto, and to be able to play this on the go at college and things like that, I mean, you know, there was absolutely no sort of you know, better feeling than being able to pull this out at college and actually play this sort of at your lunch break and things like that. So Anyway guys, that's been a quick look at my PSP. It's probably not been that informative, but it's something that I managed to get my hands back on, really. Yeah, it's one of my favourite all-time consoles, really. So some people have got the Game Boy from their younger years. Well, this is definitely my equivalent to the Game Boy in my younger years. I absolutely love this console, and I love this game in particular. Who doesn't love Grand Theft Auto?
That's my PSP, really. I'm filming this now because that video was on my laptop. I haven't quite seen it, so I'm just going to go through all the games that I've actually got. It might be sort of duplicate things, but you know, I found some games since then. First game is a brilliant game for the system, the only NHL game that was released on the system, NHL 07. And for On the Move, this game is absolutely passable for an NHL game to keep you entertained whilst you're playing. It uses the infrared technology. You can play across, you know, wireless compatibility as well. You can play your friends. Great game. Remember playing that for absolute hours. Next game, classic for me, Sega All Stars, Sega Collection. Sorry, enough said. Next one was actually bought for my girlfriend. I bought it from Blockbuster Video for her, and she didn't really get into it, to be honest. But to be fair, Sims is really a PC game for me. I mean, you know, Sims 2 Pets. Now, I'm going to put these in order because I've got a lot of generic games that people aren't probably going to even want to see, but I'll just bring these up together. I've got the Football Manager games, Championship Manager games. I've got 3 of them here, so massive management sim game fan. Next game is one I remember actually saying about in the PSP video that I've just shown you. That was Gretzky Hockey, brilliant game, search that out. Graphically, I would say it's possibly up there with NHL 07 on the game, on the PSP. Next game, one of my all-time favourites, and one that I actually got the system in, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Awesome game. I so nearly completed this as well, and it's actually in my PSP now, so anyway, I will definitely go back to that, I think, again. But my PSP, one of my most treasured possessions still today. I mean, I know you can pick these up for sort of 40 quid, 50 quid on eBay now, but mine's fully boxed. It means a lot to me, and yeah, I absolutely love my PSP. Anyway, but let's get on to, I've missed these out. So, I've totally forgot, PS2. Let's check some of those out. First game, very generic, Pro Evolution Soccer 4. Good game, remember playing this a lot with my younger brother back in the day. Awesome game, many happy memories of that game. Next one, Track and Field, brilliant game. One of those real button bashers, and to be fair, I mean, looking at the back here, the graphics still stand up well today. Definitely one I'll put on before the Olympics to play again, so I think that's Maurice Green on the front, isn't it? Another druggie, so anyway. LMA Manager 2006, by far my favourite LMA Manager game of all time. Just the changes they made to the game engines, and also the inclusion of a Jose Mourinho rip-off on the front. NHL 06, standard NHL game really. I seem to remember on this one they brought back the Creation Centre where you can actually put yourself in the game and your own teams, which is what my brothers and I used to do quite a lot. Good fun. You can make up all your mates and stuff, especially if you played in a roller hockey, ice hockey team like me. We used to make everything up like that. It was great fun. Make all your friends up and stuff. WWE, awesome games. I absolutely love WWE games. I don't have as many as I used to. I used to have pretty much all of them, but you can pick these up for pence usually, so they're as generic as the FIFA games, I think. These are actually my latest pickups, which I showed you, and that is 2 Resident Evil games and Medal of Honor. And this is a game that I actually found out I now own twice, so if anyone fancies doing a trade, I've got Sonic Gems twice, both fully boxed. Sonic Gems, basically on here you've got Sonic CD, Sonic the Fighters and Sonic R. Sonic the Fighters is actually a review video I'm actually doing at the moment, so keep your eyes out for that. And by far my favourite game on the PS2, The Warriors. Enough said. The Warriors, such a great game this. Hours of fun on this game with my brothers again. Hairstyles, real sort of gangster clothing and stuff. Bottling people, walking around with baseball bats and stealing car radios. This game's got it all. Absolutely awesome game. So now we get onto my PS2 set of games. Again, I've lent a lot of these out actually to a friend. So one of my Rainbow Six games is out. Both of my Uncharted games are out, and also Gran Turismo is out. It's a games console I don't really play on an awful lot, but anyway. Pro Evolution Soccer 2011. Great game, but no different to any of the later versions really. I think this was one they introduced a new game engine for, and I never really got on with it. Or might have been 2012 actually. But yeah, actually no, I think that was 2012 actually, the new game engine was released for, but this one is passable. I absolutely love this game, but it's pretty much the same, you know, as any of the others, which is why I've just kept this, not bought another one. Next one, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, a game that I constantly go back and replay. I love the Vegas games. Don't be fooled that I've got one out on loan with my mate. I do get these back and I do play them an awful lot. So anyway, Vegas 2, awesome. Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. Remember queuing up for this on the release night in Asda Haven with all the chavs surrounding the place. Yeah, it's quite close to you know, a very, very big council estate. The Haven, well, Asda. No, I mean some of my best friends come from the place. I'm not going to name it though. So, but yeah. Anyway, largest council estate in Europe, I believe it was. But anyway, F1 2011, and I'll just show you as well. Obviously, just save on time. F1 2012, by far the best racing games, bar none. People can say Gran Turismo all they want, but for me, these games just tick all the boxes for me personally. This is, you know, my games collection, and I absolutely love these games. They relate to a sport I'm a massive fan of, and they get played an awful lot. To be fair, whenever I do play my PS2, like I said, I don't really play it an awful lot, but when I do play it, they're the games I go for. Next one was a birthday present from my friend Rob, and that is Megadrive Ultimate Collections, much in the same, I don't know, I just did that. I haven't done that for any of the others. Consistency there, so that was a present from my friend Rob. Next one, SmackDown vs Raw 2011. It's just the wrestling game, and like I said, on the other systems, I sort of love these wrestling games. They're great fun to make people up, and you know, I've got great memories of these sort of games when I was younger with my younger brother especially, but they were on other systems obviously. But next game, Uncharted 2, one of the only Uncharted games I've actually got in at the moment. I do have the other two, but they are around at friends' houses. I've got a list of who's got my games, but one day I will get them all back, so yeah, I mean, Uncharted games, absolutely awesome, and I haven't even completed the first one yet, but I have played that one. I got it for Christmas a few years ago, but anyway. Next one, NHL 2011, brilliant game. I've got to admit, I played 2012 and I didn't really find much difference between this, so I just sold 2012 and I got it and kept this one. You know, I sort of understood how to play it, and with the hockey cards I was getting quite a lot of them on the game, so awesome. And the last game is my prized possession and a present, Christmas present from my girlfriend this Christmas just gone. And that is Sonic Generations, the collector's box set, which is actually up on the top of my shelf, but I will put a picture by the magic of video editing here. So yeah, brilliant game. Sonic Generations brings everything together in a brilliant new game series for the PS2 and Xbox and everything else it's on, you know, all the Nintendo consoles. Absolutely brilliant, and for me it ticks all the boxes for Sonic games nowadays. So couldn't complain with Sonic Generations at all. I know it's coming for some heat for some people on YouTube, but for me it ticks all the boxes, and it will be played constantly by me whenever my PS2 goes on. It's usually Mega Drive collections, NHL, or the F1 games for me at the moment. But anyway guys, that is my video game collection, apart from the obligatory Mega Drive stuff that you see in front of you. That is my collection. Like I said, I've scaled it down an awful lot over the past few years. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, and to be fair, through the early stages of discovering YouTube, I don't know why people do this, but I just bought everything. If I saw something retro, I've got to have it, I didn't even have the console in some cases, so I realised the error of my ways and parted ways with a lot of things that, to be fair, I was never going to give the light of day to. So anyway guys, please feel free to leave a video response to this. It'd be great to sort of see some more collections that people have. I know people have got a massive amount of games and thousands of titles across all systems, but if you've just got a little collection like I've got here, and it's manageable to put on camera in a sensible video time size, yeah, feel free to post a response. It's always good to see what other people play, and all these games here actually mean something to me, and I'll play pretty much. Otherwise they wouldn't be in my collection. They wouldn't have survived the cull of a few months ago when I just sold literally everything to fit onto this shelf. So all my video game stuff now lives on this shelf. I've got DVDs further up, and that's it, a shelf of DVDs, and Everything else is just football trophies and hockey trophies and controllers and games and my Sonic generation stuff on the top. But anyway, I'm babbling, so I'll see you all soon in my next video upload. Please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe and all that good stuff. And until next time, thanks for watching.